Welcome to the Airgun Show. This week we've got the Hawke Airmax scope on test, plus a roundup of kit from the IWA show in Germany. But first, it's more squirrel hunting action as I head back into the woods. I'm out after squirrels again this week. Now I try to fit in as many sessions as I possibly can at this time of year, mostly because it's so much easier to spot them moving in the trees while the leaves are still down. Now obviously the pheasant shooting season is over now, and most of the feeders on this shoot aren't being filled with grain anymore. However, one or two still are, and that's a real advantage to me because it makes it so much easier to pinpoint exactly where those squirrels are coming out to feed. Also, we've got a cold day today, which means they should be pretty hungry. So let's go and find one of those feeders and pitch up next to it. Okay, I've picked a spot here that puts us about 25 metres from one of those pheasant feeders, and I can tell that it's an active one because there's a pile of grain underneath it where pheasants and quite possibly squirrels too, hopefully squirrels too, have been tapping the coil to get the grain out from it. Now, another good thing about this spot is that we got here through the woods and we didn't have to come along the ride and straight past that feeder, so we haven't made too much disturbance. Also, there's a nice bit of low cover around here, plenty of ivy, we're quite well concealed, so all I need to do now is sit still and quiet and hopefully some squirrels will come out and feed. Well, that one made a huge mistake climbing on top of the feeder then, because I could hardly see it when it was on the ground. It was quite obscured, bit of vegetation in the way. For some reason, rather than stopping to feed, it scrambled straight up onto the top of the drum, gave me a really clear shot, and it's got us off the mark. That's another one off the same feeder. Now there'd been a pheasant underneath the hopper just before that squirrel came out, and I do wonder if it had been holding back, checking to see if the coast was clear, and that pheasant just gave it the confidence to venture all the way out. Now, like the first squirrel, for a moment there it looked like it was going to climb up onto the hopper, but it didn't. It continued feeding underneath, and it was actually bobbing up and down a lot as it was going down for the grain and then sitting back up to feed. And it can be quite tricky to take aim for a headshot when they're bobbing like that. So what I did, I just waited. I was patient. When the squirrel was down feeding, I knew then it was very likely to sit back up. So I let the crosshair hover just above its head, and the moment it came back up, I was there ready for the shot, straight through the head, and another really good clean kill. Well, we've seen plenty of wildlife around, but no more squirrels over the last hour or so, so I think we've really had our lot from this spot. What I'm going to do now, pick up the couple that we've had, and we'll head over and try another feeder. Right, you've probably noticed that I'm using the sticks again today, and the extra degree of precision they provide really is remarkable. Squirrels are tough little critters, and even though I'm using the FAC rated Mark IV, I need to ensure that my shots are bang on target. And that means not just getting them with headshots, but catching them right between the eye and ear, and you can see I've certainly managed to achieve that with these two. Right, let's go and try somewhere else and see if we can get a few more. I've picked a spot here with another grain feeder along the ride, and it's probably about the same distance as we were from the last hopper, about 25 metres. Now, I've set up against this tree, it gives me a bit of a backdrop. Again, there's a fair amount of natural cover around us, and what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to pop on the scope cam, so if we do get some chances, we'll try and get some really close shots. Well, there's number 4, and I'm certainly happy with 4 squirrels on what's been a relatively short afternoon, evening session out in the woods. Now, we're going to make that the last one because when we were walking around earlier on, we noticed quite a few rat holes and runs around one of the old release pens. So we're going to head over there now with night vision and see if we can't account for a few rats. And if we do, you'll be able to see that in a future episode of the Airgun Show. And so the squirrel cull continues, plus the promise of some ratting action to follow. Now, it's the Airgun Show news.
This is the Airgun Show news. Brought to you by the Airgun Centre. The IWA Show in Nuremberg last weekend saw the unveiling of some seriously exciting new airguns and gear. Here's some of the kit we clocked during the industry's premier European showcase. Pallas showed off its new range of airguns, including the flagship Force Pro. This elegant multi-shot PCP sporter is available in 17722 and 25 and should hit UK gun shops later this year.
It has 58 centimeters barrel length, 200 bar pressure, 330 cubic centimeters. It's available in 3 calibers. This will be available as a license-free version and also as an FAC version.
The flood of new bullpup air rifles looks set to continue, with Cometa's Orion BP adding to the mix. The super compact PCP features a neat drop-down forend grip and turns out 150 shots per fill in the 16-shot 177 version and 180 in the 13-shot 22.
My name is Foster connector. It's a bolt action, multi-shot. The power is you can adjust the power.
FX Airguns is buckling the bullpup trend with its new Streamline PCP. Designed by Johan Axelsson, the Streamline boasts a side lever operated magazine-fed firing cycle, regulator, adjustable power, fully adjustable trigger, a shrouded smooth twist barrel and sleek Manelli walnut stock.
It's a multi-shot air rifle, traditional style, perfect for the English market, and I think you're going to love it.
But it wasn't just about the PCPs. Walther unveiled the latest incarnation of its super successful spring-powered underlever, the LGU, which now features a synthetic thumbhole stock. Apart from being extremely tough, the new handle makes the LGU even more comfortable to shoot.
We've got a built-in palm shelf. We've got the Walther famous kind of stippling, which is a pattern they use on the very successful Terrace, the Terrace Maxus carbine. And in terms of just ease of maintenance out in the field in all weather, and then just wiping it off at the end of the day, and just the actual ergonomics and biomechanics is just going to make for a great sounding air rifle.
The new Viper Pro scope from MTC boasts some neat features, including a smart target turret that's geared at a ratio of 3:1 for ultra-precise adjustment. You can even use MTC software to calibrate the markings on the elevation dial to exactly match your setup. The scope has an illuminated reticle and comes with magnetic flip-up lens covers, the rear of which has a clear lens with 2x magnification to make it even easier to read the range on the parallax dial.
So now when you mount the scope, you can look through using your right eye, left eye if you're using it left-handed, but you can also see your side parallax and also your target turret. With this, we have also got a calibration system where you can input your data. So you have your scope height, your power, your pellet weight and your zero distance, and that will automatically print out a sticker for you to put in your own sort of calibrated distance data basically. So if you're 0 to 30 yards, dial it into 35 and you are on target. So now it's not only a scope for hunters, it's a scope for target shooters and centerfire users as well.
There were also several new scopes on show on the Hawke optics stand, including the Sidewinder ED, which should be a big hit with field target shooters. The scope features a 60mm objective lens for optimum light transmission, a 10 to 50 times zoom range, and an oversized parallax wheel for precise dialing.
It's got an ED glass lens in it, so it gives you extra clarity, which is really important when you're using it on that higher magnification. The scopes also come available with extra side wheel attachments for giving you even more accurate dialing when you're using it for your target ranging. But the main popular thing that we've got on this is our new removable turrets. Now, this is something that's brand new, patented from Hawke. It's available so that you can actually exchange between the 1/4 MOA supplied turrets, 1/8 MOA for more adjustment, or a 1/10 MRAD adjustment, so it then corresponds with our TMX reticle, which is inside. Now, the TMX is based on a 20 times mil-dot reticle. It's got much more aim points on it for you.
Fans of night vision gear will be delighted to hear that the eagerly awaited Artec line from NiteSite is here at last. The Artec's range camera unit enables you to record night vision footage direct to an onboard micro SD card or via Wi-Fi to a mobile phone or tablet at the press of a button, while a new external focusing system ensures your crosshairs are always pin sharp.
You can see here, completely different camera module, comes with full recordability, so you just push one button and the whole unit records, push it again and it stops. Simple as that. It records directly to the SD card and also has a great Wi-Fi capability, so you can send a Wi-Fi signal to a second screen, use our own made Night Player app, and someone else can watch you as you shoot. It's also got full focusability here, so you can focus on and off the crosshairs as you see fit. It also comes with a heavy duty big case, and the Wolf also comes with this fantastic new battery, which is slightly larger and gives you more power and keeps you outside for longer.
The Airgun Show is planning full and detailed reviews of many of these awesome items of kit in the near future, so stay tuned. That was the Airgun Show News.
We've got the Hawke Airmax 30 SF up for review this week. This scope is part of a high quality range of optics with prices starting at £269. I've got the 6 to 24 by 50 variant here, which retails for £309.99. It's a very robustly built scope with some seriously impressive features. The 30 in this scope's name refers to the 30mm tube, which gives better light transmission than a standard 1-inch tube. The monotube chassis makes for a very strong scope, and this one is also shockproof, waterproof and nitrogen purged to prevent it from fogging up. This particular model is 395mm long and weighs 757 grams. Keeping with the theme of light transmission, that 50mm objective lens lets in plenty of light. The lenses are multi-coated with 16 layers for optimum performance, and that results in a bright, sharp sight picture with exceptionally good contrast, even in poorer light conditions at dawn and dusk. The zoom on this scope gives magnification from 6 to 24 times, and that high magnification is more than enough for long-range hunting and competitive target shooting. It also helps you to spot exactly when the parallax snaps into focus when you're estimating range. Adjusting the zoom is smooth and positive thanks to the rubberized high-torque zoom ring. Parallax adjustment is by means of the wheel on the side of the scope. It's slick and precise and focuses right down to just 10 yards, which is very handy for close-range pest control. The scope is also supplied with an oversized 4-inch parallax wheel, which is quick and easy to fit and makes for fast, precise readings. The exposed windage and elevation turrets offer 1/4 MOA adjustment. They require no tools to adjust, are notched for an improved grip and turn with very positive clicks. Once you've got them set dead right, screw down the central locking system and you know there's absolutely no chance of them shifting in the field. The Airmax 30 SF features a glass-etched AMX IR reticule with red illumination. It's very fine so it won't obscure small targets, and it offers plenty of aiming points without looking too cluttered. There's a fast focus eyebell to keep it in sharp focus and ensure that it's set up exactly right for your eye. Illumination is controlled by the stepless dial at the rear of the scope. That illuminated reticule is really useful for lamping and other low light shooting when a standard black reticule can get lost against a dark background. And the fine degree of control offered by that dial means you can ensure that it's never set so brightly that it flares and spoils the sight picture. This scope comes with some very handy extras, including front and rear flip-up lens covers. Apart from keeping dust at bay when you're not out shooting, they're also very handy for keeping water droplets off the lenses if you get caught out in a downpour. You also get a 4-inch sunshade, which helps to prevent glare from compromising your sight picture. It also reduces the risk of sunlight flashing off your objective lens and spooking quarry. So, that's the Hawke Airmax 30 SF. It's a very robustly built scope that offers a high degree of precision and a very sharp sight picture. Priced at around £300, it certainly delivers in the value for money stakes. Optical quality is very good, plus it boasts features including side parallax adjustment and an illuminated reticule. And if that isn't enough, you also get the peace of mind of Hawke's 10-year warranty. That's all for this week, but we'll be back again in a fortnight. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you aren't already a member of the BASC, it's time you joined the organisation that works to promote and protect your sport.